We have not been the same since that loss to Arsenal, if I'm honest. We have not been the same. And he never plays well when he starts. Like, he might do something out of the ordinary now and then, but he just does stuff that frustrates me. Why are you trying on the weekend? Why are you trying to take the ball out of the air and do Cruyff turn as you receive the ball? He just gave the ball away. He just does stuff like that all the time. He's not got pace. He's not got anything that helps us. So I don't want him starting for our team. As a sub, cool.
May stop talking about Aston Villa.
What's going on, people? Welcome to Villa and Noir. It's JM here. Welcome to my VIN extra video for this week. I'm really looking forward to today. But before I do anything, make sure that you're smashing that like button. Get our likes up. I want to see at least 30 likes on this video. I want to say 50, but let's be real. Let's go for 30 likes on this video. Make sure that you're sharing with somebody, and please make sure you're getting involved in the comments. I really enjoy doing this content, and I really hope that I can interact with you guys. I want to hear your thoughts as well. Today's video is something that I'm really looking forward to doing, just based on what it is, and I haven't done anything like this for a while actually, so it'll be really interesting to hear what everybody's thoughts are. All right, and remember, also on the way to 1,000 subscribers, just past 700, and I want to get there as soon as possible. The sooner I get there means that there is some form of giveaway that's going to happen. All right, but yeah, guys, listen, it's been a while since I've done a video like this, and I think it's imperative that I do this based on what has been going on at Aston Villa in the last few weeks, man. We have not been the same since that loss to Arsenal, if I'm honest. We have not been the same. Only a few wins in that time, a number of draws, a few losses. We haven't looked the same. And in that time also, we've lost 3 big players which play a massive role in how we move as a team and how we progress the ball. Our XG wasn't high anyway, but our goal percentage has gone down. Everything's just gone down. And we've seen glimpses of it kind of at points throughout the last few games, but nothing coherent, nothing that's been substantial. And I think one of the things that we are struggling with at the moment is our squad depth is one where we're struggling. We're struggling with just the lack of bodies, and also getting people to understand the way we play. And this is the thing, I think at this point, does Unai, there's 2 choices that he makes. I think he either switches up the formation or he uses different personnel. And today I am going to put forth my starting 11 for Aston Villa for the foreseeable future whilst our main players are out, and especially in line for this weekend or this Friday against Wolves, which I will be doing a watch along for. All right, so make sure you join me on that. So let's start in goal. Obviously, it's going to be Emery, not Emery Martinez. He has been playing much better of late. I will blame the goal on him. Brilliant free kick, by the way. Brilliant free kick by Stack. But his positioning was poor. Right back goes without saying. This hasn't updated, so give me a second. There we go. All right. Right back, Matty Cash. Right centre back is obviously going to be Ezri Konsa, who will be the skipper more than likely on the day. Left centre back. Now, for the last few weeks, Unai Emery surprisingly has gone with Tyrone Mings. Yes, Tyrone Mings scored an important goal for us against Brighton. However, we're missing Pau Torres. And dare I say it, Victor Lindelof. 2 players that can actually play football from out of the back. And I'm trying to understand why Unai has started Mings. I know that Pau isn't as defensively sound as Tyrone Mings, and I guess maybe that might be the reasoning, but we lose so much. Without ball players in the middle of the park, comfortable ball players, we're missing some impetus. And I watch other teams that are in the top 4, top 5, and their centre backs are willing to play the ball through the lines. And our ball, Ezri Konsa has never been that person. And that's cool. I hope he develops that part of his game. But whoever's played our left centre back has always been the centre back that progresses the ball forward. And having Mings and Konsa there, yes, there might be some defensive stoutness there, but man, that ball's not going forward. So, providing he's fit, I'm starting Pau Torres. And if not Pau, I actually would start Lindelof over Mings. Because we need to score. We need to score. We need to score. We need to score. We need goals. We need goals now. And as much as they're defenders, we need people that can play out from the back. Left back, I'm really struggling at the moment because I don't think Maatsen's been amazing. I think the last few games he's been a bit skittish. A little bit, you could tell he's been a bit like, what's the word? Antsy defensively. He never looks composed, especially when the ball's like coming down to him from out the air. He just swings his foot. There doesn't seem to be much composure there. And I think Digne gives us that more. But then Digne, his performance against Newcastle, God almighty! I was like, yeah, brother, I think the pace of the game is too much for you. So I'm going to start Maatsen. I'm going to start Maatsen there, in my opinion. Now, tough decisions. Tough decisions as we go forward. Now, so far, this double pivot of Douglas Luiz and Amadou Onana hasn't worked out. It hasn't worked out because Dougie, he's playing how he played when we had him, which is he's a playmaker, but from really deep. And he's come in to replace Yuri. And Yuri, as much as he's a deep-lying playmaker, he's never that deep. Our deepest player was always the other centre midfielder. So whether it was Kamara, whether it was Onana, or whether it was Bogard, it wasn't. When we were at our best, our two double pivots would probably work more like a slight diagonal, like one slightly ahead of the other. There's levels to this. And at the minute, they're just playing side by side. And I think it's the same issue we had when Tielemans was down at the beginning of the season. And it was Amadou and Kamara in the middle, like very lateral. No one was willing to jump into that half space. And that half space jumper is so important because it frees up the four in front of them. If no one's willing to jump into that half space, if neither of these are willing to jump into this half space that kind of gets created here, what happens is the person that's playing 10 is coming here. And what Unai is trying to create in reality is trying to have this 10 kind of running in these spaces, really collecting the ball in these spaces, rather than coming here. So one of these guys needs to be the one that progresses the ball forward. Now, what do we do? So there's two options in my opinion, and the two options will determine what happens further forward. And I want to know what your thoughts are. So I'm going to blitz it with one option, and I'm going to go back and see what happens. So you could continue with Douglas Luiz and Amadou Onana. Yeah? There. What that would mean is that this 10 would have to be Barkley. I think I spelled his name wrong. That 10 would have to be Barkley. And then it would mean probably pushing Morgan Rogers out to either the right or the left, depending on... Let's put him on the left because that's his favoured position. And then... let's put Sancho on the right-hand side. I'm going to get to the striker in a minute. All right? Or, so you could do this. Douglas Luiz, Onana, Sancho, Barkley, Rogers. difficulty with that one. It will probably force Barkley to have to drop in here more. And unless these two drive on, which Douglas Luiz probably won't do, Onana would have to be told to do it. And I think that's an option that could work. That's what we could do. I think, if I'm honest, this is what he's going to do. I think he's going to start either Douglas Luiz or Onana. I think he's going to start Dougley. And he'll play Barkley. And I think this is what I would potentially do. If I'm not going to go with the other option, this is what I would do. Keep Morgan in the 10. And this is where we have sticky problems. Because I would... Oh, God. I want to see this Alisson Ute play. Don't know enough about him. Don't know if it's too soon to make him start. The problem we have here is I do not want Buendia starting for us. I don't think he starts for us. And he never plays well when he starts. Like, he might do something out of the ordinary now and then, but he just does stuff that frustrates me. Why are you trying on the weekend? Why are you trying to take the ball out of the air and do a Cruyff turn as you receive the ball? And then he just gave the ball away. He just does stuff like that all the time. He's not got pace. He's not got anything that helps us. So I don't want him starting for our team. As a sub, cool. Here is an option that I think could work. I'm going to put Sancho on the right again. Abraham starts. I think he needs to start regardless. Tammy Abraham starts. And I think, because he likes to be out there anyway, why don't we try Watkins out here? Or in this left centre position? Just try it. Whilst Alisson's not starting or whatever. Whilst Bailey's not really getting it cracking. And what that means is then, okay, bench-wise, we struggle because we don't have a striker on the bench. But Bailey's on the bench and Buendia's on the bench. And all you need to do is take one of them strikers off and then one will do the full job. I'm sure both of them would want to play 90 minutes. That's an option. Let me know what your thoughts are about this option. Yeah? I think it's an option. And it's not like Watkins has never played there before. When he first went to Brentford, he was a winger. Played out on the left. And he got moved into striker. Which might explain his natural or his lack of natural finishing. Do you get me? So this is an option that I think could work going forward, or at least for this weekend or this Friday. I don't think this is going to happen, if I'm honest. I actually think he's going to go with the other option that I put up there, which we go back and do it. So, Nana, Barkley. I think he'll put Rodgers out on the left. Bottom line, I think Barkley has to start. And I really hope that Abraham starts. If he is going to go for this double pivot of Onana and Douglas Luiz, then I really hope that he starts Barkley in the 10. Start Barkley. Barkley needs to start on the weekend. We've got cover for these two. We've got Lamar Bocard that can come in. You know, Emery Buendia can come on for any of these guys. Leon Bailey can come on for any of these guys. If this Alisson Ute is on the bench, he can come on for these guys as well. Watkins will be on the bench. Come on. That's a strong bench. But yeah. I would potentially maybe tinker on the other thing, or even formation change. Could he go with a 4-1-2-1-2-1? Like 4-1-2-1-2. Could he go on with that, like, as a diamond 4 diamond 2? Sorry. Could he do that? Let's see how that looks. Could he do that? And you got Dougie at the base. You got Onana and Barkley here. you put Morgan Rogers here, you know, and then you slap. Oh, actually, no, you slap Ollie and Tammy. Is that an option? And then you get your width from these guys because naturally you forces these guys to go high. It's these two spread. Douglas Luiz drops. Yeah. Is there an option that you do? Is that an option that you go into this formation? You do this and in attacking formation, this is where you're going. Because in reality, I think everybody's trying to get to a position where you kind of got three at the back and you've kind of manufactured some form of box. Either it's five in the box, we like to play five in the box, or whether it's a box of four, where I don't know where the box four. I'm trying to figure out that is, but you know, is that what you do and play that 4-1-2-1-2? Is that an option? Let me know your thoughts there. Do we go to do we go for a diamond? It's an option. But obviously that's not static. And obviously movement wise, you know, these two would stretch. Bam, bam, Rodgers through the middle, or keepers playing it in. One drops, heads it on. Come on, man. It's an option whilst we've got two strikers, but then you don't have any striker cover on the bench. Is this frozen again? You're lying. Sure. I wonder when it froze. You know, do you go for a 4-1-2-1-2? I know that it just froze, but I hope you guys got it. Do you go for that? Is that what we go for? Maybe. But, you know, I don't see Unai kind of going down this road. I see more of a straight 4-2-3-1. So, yeah, let me know your thoughts, guys. Am I bugging? Am I overlooking things? Am I seeing things? Am I overreacting? Or is that something that you think we could do? Let me know your starting 11 and even starting formation for Aston Villa. Let me know in the comments. Make sure you're getting in there. And join me on Friday for the watch along. In fact, jump on the catch up at 6 or 6:30 on Friday for the pre-match or pre-weekend chattings with the lads about this weekend's fixtures from all different supports from different clubs around the country. And then jump on my watch along at 8 o'clock and see how Villa do. We need to win this game. It's bottom line. We need to win this game. No if, buts, or maybes. No if, buts, or maybes. We have to win this game. So, yeah. Bless you guys. You know what it is. Let's keep our heads up. Let's hope that Unai does some tinkering and gets it cracking on Friday for this West Midlands derby. And we win and get those 3 points. Imperative that we get the 3 points. So you know what it is as always. Got the Villa. Peace.